right, we are here at the corner. We're at the Knoll Hotel, Napa Valley, which is in the Hilton Tapestry collection. It's a new building, new Tapestry collection, or new Hilton, if you will, and it's fairly well priced here right now compared to the other things that are in town. We'll get to that in a minute. So, and this is, we'll take a look at the location in a minute also. Let's just go through the room. Yeah, so it's been a Tapestry collection for like maybe a year, not even. I think like 6-7 months last year. Kind of swanky. You got the wine thing on top there, and then the remote were actually in the bathroom. I moved it there. The guy was kind of wrapping up the room, and he was putting waters in here, and he gave me an extra one also, which I appreciate. It's very nice. And then little fainting couch over there. Since the hotel is new, there is the old USBs that are on the way out or are kind of already out. But I mean, if you have USB-Cs on your phone, like a lot of people do now, you know, it's a shame, but that's the way it is, keeping up with technology for hotels. Although replacing all of those with a C is very inexpensive. You can see there's a little light under their luggage thing going on there. There is a Keurig machine here and a safe. Safe works. Keurigs they got the Royal Cup and tea and decaf. So they got one of each. One tea, one breakfast blend, one Royal Cup, and one decaf. Guess your room's just for one. Kind of if you want to have a cup of tea, both of you, you're kind of screwed, or a morning coffee, you're also screwed. Luckily for them, I am not a fan of this stuff, so I never, ever do use it. So that's a good thing. So it's worth noting for those who do drink coffee out of hotel coffee machines, there is an iron and an ironing board. I don't want to sound snooty, even if this is a Tapestry collection, so it's a pretty snooty sounding name. There is some coat hangers. There are some coat hangers, and you know, not the biggest room in the world, but definitely modern and nice. I like it. I'm digging it. In that sense, a little light in the corner there. Yeah, so where is it? Well, let's get the bathroom done first before. So it says here, Diamond, Gold, and Silver members get a little thanks from us. If you are not even silver, you got to pay $3 for that 20 cents bottle of water. And then we've got a bathroom that's fairly modern, nice countertop. And what happened there? You have to kind of get it ready. And then there's a body lotion over here, a tiny bar of soap. Nothing else there. You got an extra bit of toilet paper. There's a hairdryer and 3 towels. There's a back mat for the floor. Throne is over this way. An ugly piece of art. It looks like it comes from the dollar store. And a fan up there. Wonder if you can turn that off. You can. Brilliant. And shower. I mean, hard for the course to do plastic these days. The Pure, not hating those. They're pretty decent. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. And yeah, this is will do nicely for sure. And let's talk a little bit about the Hotel Knoll and the location and what's in Napa from Hilton and others. Sit down here and look out the window. Got the hot tub down there. Doesn't look like it'd have a pool, but you got a nice fire pit or a fire going on over there. And as you can see, this road that you see right here is the road that kind of comes in from, if you're coming in from the south, from Sac, I always come up that road and I make a left to go over to the bridge to go to, or a little bit further up to make a left to go to downtown. I usually stay at the Allendale's Napa. I only stayed here because I wanted to do a review on this place, and since it's a new Hilton. So You've got a Hilton Garden Inn, they did redo the rooms. They still have window air conditionings that are pretty noisy. Breakfast benefits are so-so. Used to be very good at that place. They used to make crepes over there. They don't do it anymore. Not sure why, but that's what they do. And so the other is the Embassy Suite, which usually is very overpriced for what you get. I guess people like that place. It's also on the opposite side of town. I think there also is one of those lower end brands, also like the No Frills stuff, or like a Hampton Inn or something. That's a little bit outside of town too, in this side of town. Those are the Hilton options you have. They were about the same. The Embassy Suites, I've never stayed there, but it was 71,000 points. This was 46 or 47, 48, something like that. Mid to upper 40,000s. And just north of $200 all in for, they have a destination fee, I think, but you don't get, actually maybe they don't have a destination fee here. I don't think they actually do have a destination fee, but they do charge for parking, which they charge $18 for, I think it was, she wanted for that. There's also 5 Tesla chargers, so if you have a Tesla, good for you. And if you have another electric car like me, you're SOL. So they're giving Tesla people with Teslas a free ride. And if you have other electric cars, you got to go outside of the property. Not only do you have to leave the property, but you have to actually pay for yourself. That is pretty darn lame, to say the least. Specifically now that the other brands that don't have Tesla charger or don't have the Tesla plug are growing a lot in America. We are transforming over to those Tesla chargers, but there are a lot of electric cars on the road. So kind of lame. It's actually, I would say that to me, the feeling I had, if they didn't have any chargers, I would be okay with it. But when they made this is the same as the Alila up in Napa Valley, which is a hotel that costs like $1,000 a night. We have a review on that on the channel. Just search for it and you'll find it. They also have the same thing as here. They have Tesla chargers, but not normal cars. So I would prefer, I mean, honestly, my feeling here is like they don't have, that they don't have at least one of the other chargers is kind of lame. There were 2 chargers occupied, 3 were available, and I can't use it on my car. Lame. Anyways, so nice lady checking in, pretty shy, and I was on the 4th floor first, and she had put me right next to the elevator, and since I'm a light sleeper, I asked to change here on the 3rd floor, all the way at the end at 301. You get, as Diamond, you get a $15 food and beverage credit per person, and the jungle trick is obviously to make sure, even if like today I'm by myself, I stated that I'm 2 in the room, so I get $30 instead of $15, which I hope it should be enough for breakfast tomorrow morning. Not sure if that's going to be the case or not. There also is some stuff behind this building. I don't know what that is. Hawthorne by Wyndham. Interesting. Behind that building, there was a Habit Burger, there was a Mod Pizza, and some other things. There is a Black Bear Diner right through the woods there, as you can see on the other side of the road. There's a mall and some other things here. But you are like not far, but it's not walkable to go explore downtown and go to Oxbow Market and all that nice stuff that I like to do in Napa. So, which you don't technically at the Marriott and the other places either. You can't do that. But it's definitely closer than here and easier because you have this busy street that's out here, and that this is the busiest street in Napa. You know, getting across traffic, making a left and all that stuff. There's no lights, so you got to go down and turn around, I think is the best course of action there. Personally, I feel like the location here is kind of crap, but we wanted to try it out. It's not really that inconvenient if it's a really good deal. If you go a little bit further up, you'll get to kind of the Oxbow. You make a left, you go to Oxbow, and where the Westin is, right next to the Oxbow Market. And then you've got the Ondas, which is a 5 to 10 minute walk on the other side of downtown. It's super duper downtown. The other hotels are kind of, Miles and Points Hotel is kind of located on the opposite side of town, which is easier to get to downtown. It's less than 5 minutes. It is like the Hilton Garden Inn, the Marriott, and some other hotels down that road. It's just, a busy area, and you can't walk to anything except for these fast food restaurants around here. So But you know, it's not really that far. But I would say that it would be. I would be I probably feel like the location that the Ondas has is the best one in town, and also the Westin are the two location wise. And the property's new, so that's nice. It's quiet, and I'm on the back side of the building, so I don't hear the cars going by on the street. But be mindful of that if you are in that part, the other side of the building. So try to get a room on the odd numbers is what is on the inner side. All right, this is the hotel, the Knoll Hotel, Napa Valley, Tapestry Collection by Hilton, and yeah, $18 for parking. Even if it's on an awards day, you have to pay for that. I don't think that if there is a destination fee, I will let you know tomorrow after breakfast. Tommy Danielsen signing off, and enjoy your day.